Going on, everybody? It's gonna be my first video ever. My goal with this is to help people learn about trading, about how it basically changed my life as a whole, right? Like from my own experience as a human being, as a son, as a friend, as an athlete, as an everything, even financial, of course, right? So these are three things I wish I knew before I started trading. So the first thing will be to get a mentor and stick to one. Now, you probably ask yourself, okay, there are so many people online teaching the same concepts. How can I, pick one? How do I pick the right one? I don't want to waste time. I just want to be profitable. I want to have Lambos and stuff like that. I understand that we all been there. So this is just going to show you how you can, pick the right mentor. So number one, they must be consistent, right? Consistent, I mean that there is a track record for their trades. There is a track record for their profits or losses or whatever. Just because you have a bad week doesn't mean you're not consistent as long as you are profitable long term, like for the month or for the year and so far and so forth, right? Now, they also have to have a systematic way of trading. So when you start trading, once you become really good at it, you can go based of intuition, right? Which is the feel of the market because you've been so good at it, right? But it's very that's not for newbies, right? So you have to focus on finding a mentor that has a very systematic way, such as how do they chart their levels, how do they enter positions, how do they exit positions, how do they manage the risk, how do they when do they cut the trade, stuff like that. Like you want to be very, very systematic in regards of how to operate, how to, trade. Now, number three will be their style fits your personality. So if you're new to trading, you probably don't know this, but if you have some time, you definitely do know this. So there are swing traders, there are day traders, there are scalpers, there are people that take L's like graciously, but they have a 3R plus risk to reward. So that's one way of trading, of course. But there are other people that are more like scalpers, which have a 1R type of trade, which that's how I trade, and they manage the risk. So you have to find a mentor that fits your personality. So I personally don't like holding trades for long. I like to be in a trade under 15 minutes or max 20, 30 minutes in a trade, right? That doesn't mean the time that I waited for a setup. That just means the time in a trade. Why? Because I get anxious and I understand my emotions. So I have to find something that fits my personality, and that's it. So personally, I don't like long-term trades, like 4-hour daily trades. Some people do, and that's perfectly fine. So you have to find one that fits your personality. Personally, I like being a scalper. Um, Number four, yeah, don't be afraid to try many mentors. Like, I had man 8+ mentors and still counting because I always see where can I learn from people, right? Like I like to just learn and improve because you always learn something new. So from one, I learned how to chart. From another one, I learned how to execute, how to enter. From another one, I learned a specific tool that I use for execution. From another one, I learned how to trade, how to act in news, right? So these are different things that you kind of come across. So yeah, don't be afraid to try many mentors. You always will learn valuable stuff from each one. Number two, you must treat trading like a sport, right? So, what do I mean by that? You have to think like an athlete. An athlete is ultra dedicated in their craft. They train, they practice, they know exactly what they have to do. So, here I put an example of how you must know your position, right? So, imagine that you're playing soccer and you don't see the forward having the same skills as a goalkeeper, right? Because they play different positions. That's exactly the same thing you should see trading. Imagine the position being your trading plan. So if I'm a scalper, I'm not gonna take advice or care about the skills of a swing trader because that we're playing different positions. We have different plans. We have different objectives, right? On execution, on entries, on exits, all of that. So think about it like that, and know your position, know your trading plan, know your personality, know your mentor, right? So when you see people on Instagram or on social media, do not try to copy them. Like, I think that's just mental torture, dude. Don't try to copy their trading style. Stick to what your mentor taught you. Stick to your system. Yes, you will take L's, but the one that makes it is not the one that switches up and becomes average at all the positions, right? The ones that make it are the one that is an absolute pro at whatever position they play. So you don't see, for example, I play soccer, so you don't see Messi trying to be a defender because he knows his strength. So he crafted his strength, and that's why he's the best at what he does at his position, right? Yeah, we can argue about sports and soccer later on, Cristiano, Messi, all that. But you know the point, right? Like, just stick to your trading plan, to your edge, to your position, and don't try to switch back and forth, right? Now, when is it proper to switch? Well, that's something that you kind of come like with experience. So I would say if in 2 3 months you master the strategy and it's not being profitable, then of course you should look somewhere else. But other than that, stick to your trading plan, stick to your position, and master your position. That's the key. Master your position. And as an athlete, you must prepare, right? That's different from training. Preparation requires sleep, requires diet, requires who you surround yourself with, your habits in general, and especially what you stop doing, right? So pay attention to this. Top tier athletes prepare their physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. That means their physical, they take care of their diets, they work out. Their mental, they are aware of their mind, they know what they want, they know who to stay away from, whether it's people, females or guys, family members, environments, right? And their spiritual, like they usually, believe in the universe or believe in a God or something, and they're very connected that way as well because they understand that whatever your religion might be, right? I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but that there's something out there that basically made us and can make you better than what you currently are, right? Like that's what I call faith. But especially they avoid bad habits, bad environments, and bad crowds. Bad habits such as smoking, drinking. Why? Because they know that's not beneficial to their goal of being a top tier athlete. So you have to think about it like that. If you're smoking, if you're drinking, it's very likely that you have a terrible mindset. And yeah, you can try to justify as much as you can, but always think about a top tier athlete. They don't do that while you are doing it. So therefore, you're never going to reach their level because they have more awareness than you. They have more lung power than you. They have more mental impulse control. They have all these things ahead of you that's deeper than just doing the action itself, right? Because let's put it like this. While you're partying or while you're drinking, the athlete, which is your future you, right? The pro trader that you want to become, he is actually training. He's actually sleeping, resting, reading books, back testing, doing X, Y, and Z to get ahead at his craft while you out here wasting your time, drinking and smoking, just basically effing your life up, right? So that's something I had to come across with because, I like to party. I like girls and stuff. So it's not good, dude, like for the long term of being a great trader. So that life of being like party guy and stuff, if you want to be ultra successful at the beginning, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna work out. And then bad environments, you have to let go of your loser friends. That's just non-negotiable. You have to let them go. If they are always smoking, drinking and stuff, be like, hey man, love you and all, but I'm on some other stuff, because sooner or later they're gonna bring you down. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you're gonna become a better trader. And then bad crowd, same thing, man. Don't try looking for trouble. Don't go to places that things could go down, such as late night parties, after parties, maybe going to certain places. Just stay focused on your grind, because anything could get you out of sync mentally, and you must be focused, dude. You must be really, really focused in your goal. You must be focused in getting better and improving, right? And those are basically the three things that I had, so that helped a lot of my trading and my mindset. So I hope this video is not too long, and man, stick around because I'm gonna be making one of these videos. So I will share my experiences with the hopes of helping you become profitable. So God bless you guys.